By constantly, how do I level up? By constantly networking, man. By constantly reaching out. The reason why people don't level up is because, number one, they're uncomfortable. Number two, they want to stay comfortable and they want to be around people who agree with them in their misery. What I mean by that is you get a cash deal. You know, you get a stripped out lease. In F&I, you get a cash deal, you get a stripped out lease, something of that nature, where the common thought is that you can't make any money. You know, this is a cash deal. They brought in a cashier's check. I'm not going to make any money. And guess what? That person over there will tell you the same thing. That person over there will tell you the same thing. And the reason why you believe that going into the deal is because that's what you've been taught the entire time before you ever spun one of those deals. So what I want people to do in the F&I 20 group and finance managers as a whole is to level up. I want them to get around people who will tell them what they can do and tell them what is possible. So you know, that's the part of leveling up that I'm talking about.
I ain't done with it, man. It's gonna be cold by the time I'm done. So let's go. So what do you think? It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
I mean, people out there. I'm in a car dealership. I'm 28 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I ain't thinking about leveling up. I'm thinking about. I need a paycheck this week. I need some money.
Yeah.
Now I worked. I don't know if you know my story, but I worked in a place where the F&I guy was kind of like the guy you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
He was lazy.
Yeah.
AJ, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Make you famous for something. Nobody knows you.
Yeah.
So he was lazy. He looked at a deal exactly the way you said it. They said he can. He's been turned down before. He's already been sent in someplace, and he would just be like, "There's nothing here." I was a young salesperson. Hungry. And I realized, hey, I need to take responsibility for this finance piece if I'm gonna get paid on this deal. It's not just enough to sell the car. You know, that I had to control the whole even the service down to like I got to be sure these people are happy in the back.
Sure.
So how does maybe a handful of people out there, the real people, you know, turn that switch on and say, what am I doing here, man? Like I got to get off this 12 or 8 units, you know, and just being a salesman in a store, and I got to start taking responsibility for making sure this deal gets done. How would I do that? If I'm working for you, let's say you're that negative guy.
No, let's not say I'm that negative guy, but I get it.
But have you ever been negative?
I get it. I'm not negative at all.
Dude, I've been negative before.
I'm not negative at all.
You've never been negative?
Well, I'm sure that there's times in my life where I said, ooh, I don't like this banana pudding. That can be considered negative. But as far as being negative in life, listen to me.
I've been dude, I could go negative right now. Decide I can't do anymore. I can't like I'm working apartment deals right now. I can't find deals. This is what I said all day yesterday. I can't find deals. I can't buy deals. I can't be the last guy in a deal. I'm having trouble making sense of deals. Would that count as negative?
No.
I can't find deals. I can't buy deals. I can't get deals. I can't make sense of deals.
Are you beating yourself up? Is that your attitude, or is that just something you're saying?
I'm being pretty negative, man.
Okay.
I've been beat up. I've been beat up lately.
Okay.
So
that's called adversity, though. That's not you being negative. That's called adversity. You become.
What do you guys think, man? Am I being negative?
You don't fail. People don't fail. They quit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's called adversity. You can't find deals. Well, today might have been true. You might have went through life and couldn't find you some deals, but that don't mean that it's not going to happen for you tomorrow. Meaning this, like when you do a Honda deal, when you do a Toyota deal, or whatever adversity and challenges you face in life, it's not negative until you stop. It's not negative until you make that your life. Right? Until you play that negativity out, then it's not negative. It's just a comment. You know what I mean? Hey, I asked this girl to go out with me. She turned me down today. Is that negative, or is that just a comment? Okay, that don't mean I'm gonna stop.
She turned me down. She's stupid. I'd say she's stupid. What's wrong with that girl?
You know,
she must be blind.
You know what I mean? I mean, with both, right? So, you know, you got to stay positive. You got to keep on moving.
This is what I don't get, like on this level up thing. Okay? And I'd love to hear what y'all's comments are. You know, like.
They're calling me because I'm with GC.
You know, the level up thing. How can I level up when I'm in Sulphur, Louisiana, in a used car operation that the dealer bought? He basically took this old Sonic restaurant that failed. I don't even think it was a Sonic. It wasn't a national brand. Converted this old trailer basically to a used car dealership. There was no training, no education. Everybody in my space, everybody around me, from Bobby to AJ, was negative. How does a guy level up in an environment? Because this is what I hear from a lot of automotive people. Man, the environment I'm in is so negative. How do I level up What does that even mean?
People get what they look for.
Uh-huh.
You agree? People get what they look for.
Yeah,
What I mean by this is they can level up the same way that I did. I didn't get here by calling you directly. I got here through social media. I got here through one contact with somebody in your office. I had met you 10 times before. I had hung out with you 10 times before. But I didn't get here by calling you. I got here by touching base with somebody in your office.
Right.
Enough times to where then Jared started calling me, touching base with him.
Right.
Enough times to where then I got a phone call or two from you. And so I ended up getting an invite down here, and it took time. I didn't just call you guys yesterday.
But you're making a good point here, because my question was, if I'm in an environment, let's say I live in Iran, Afghanistan, or Sulphur, Louisiana, in a car dealership. How do I level up? I might need to get out. I might have to leave. Jesus had to leave, man.
Yeah, so
nobody would even listen to JC.
You got to change your surroundings.
Right, exactly.
You got to change your surroundings. You got to get around people who are doing what you want to do.
Does that mean I quit where I'm working, or does that mean I just leave for a second?
That means you take it to the next level. If that means leaving where you're working to get to the next level, then you have to do what you have to do. Yeah. I ran the F&I department for 34 stores across 5 states. You and I know that. Yeah. You and I talked when I was at that auto group. However, I left that auto group. I didn't quit that auto group. I left that auto group to take it to the next level, to create Dealer F&I University. So it's not quitting. It's not. When you quit, you don't leave on. That's not considered negative if you're leaving to take it to the next level. Yeah.
But how does somebody know when they're just like quitting? Like I got people like they're like, I'm gonna go do this gig on my own. I'm gonna go be my own guy. I mean, how does a person out there know, hey, this environment is so toxic, negative.
Yeah.
I need to leave it.
Yeah.
Or my ego's moving me out of a great environment where I could actually do better in if I just hung in here. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like I'm in a good vehicle, or I got to get out of this because it's poisonous.
Well, they got to. It's keeping their eyes on where they want to be. As good as I had it, I kept my eyes on people like you. I kept my eyes on people like Damon John. I kept my eyes on the Bradleys of the world. I kept my eyes on the Vanderchucks and the places. And what I saw people doing in the places that they were going, I kept my eyes on them. I studied them. I watch every one of your shows. Why? Because I'm trying to level up and get here.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not trying to stay exactly where I am. I'm trying to level up and get here. So I study your shows. I watch what you do. I believe that not only does success leave clues, it leaves blueprints. And so if you follow the blueprint, if there's success out there, the great thing about success is I don't have to create it. I didn't have to invent success. Somebody already did that. And somebody already created the blueprint for what I want to do. All I have to go now and do is put in the work. Take on the challenge, overcome the hurdles, get through the negativity, get through the walls, get through the challenges, and get that success. I know it's possible. Why? Because I see you do it.
So look, man, this is your Thursday coaching right now. Okay, we're getting ready to flip into a show. I'm going to interview this dude, find out what he's doing in the automotive space. What he's seeing other people do to make a difference.
Yeah, okay? Definitely.
We want to give these people anything else? You good with them? How much you give them every Thursday?
About a half hour.
We got to drop them, man. We got to drop some bombs on them.
Hey, look, I greatly appreciate you guys showing up. I greatly appreciate you guys being here again.
Can I ask you questions?
Sure.
Let's see what they got.
Sure.
I can't see the questions though.
See if we're good.
Oh, okay. What you guys want to know real quick, and then we're going to blow up into our show.
You guys got questions for me at GC? What you guys got? I'm going to have to check them out afterwards.
They'll be rolling through there, man.
Okay.
I think they're rolling through.
Our jobs are not physically tough, mentally tough. Mental toughness separates the stars from the scrubs. Absolutely. Mark Mills, I've been there. Mark used to sell cars in an auto group. I did that back in the day for Rick Case, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I'm with it.
See, I think people like, I know I struggled with, as a car salesman, like, I was like, I reached the top of the food chain there, and I looked around. I'm like, "There's nobody for me to learn from here." Like literally, there was nobody. Like I'm not being ego. Like I'm not saying I'm the greatest or anything. I'm just saying when I looked around, I'm like, I got Bobby over there. I got the dealer.
Yeah.
The dealer was all fishing all the time. He wanted to become a fisherman.
Yeah.
And that was his deal. He had some instant money. He was making some money for the first time. He's like, I'm getting a boat. rather than getting another car dealership. That's what he should have been doing.
Yeah.
And then, there was one other guy in the place that I could learn anything from. Me and him were the only two people that were interested in learning, education, reading, studying, seminars. And then I looked around, I'm like, there's nothing else here.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have the guts to leave.
Yeah.
I had to get fired.
Okay.
Okay, I had to get fired. I had a big mouth. Always running my big face.
Sometimes those things are blessings in disguise.
Because I'm selling 30 cars a month. I could sell 30 and 14 if I wanted to. It's just like,
yeah.
I popped 30 out and big mouth and made a lot of money on every deal.
Yeah.
So I made so much money on some of these cars. The dealer would come to me and be like, yeah, that's too much.
So what'd you do to get fired, man? It's not like you were.
So what happened was there was a dude there he was doing some weird thing with the wholesale at the auction.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
And I went to the dealer and I said, bro, like we loaded up in these cars. Like,
yeah,
I'm making a living here.
yeah,
Something's wrong, and I got a feeling I know what's wrong.
yeah.
It's kind of like being in Mandalay Bay. The place goes off. I'm like, dude,
Man, I saw you were.
that's
there,
not
man.
an assassination. That's not that guy didn't kill anybody, man.
That had to be crazy, man.
Oh, it was crazy. But what's crazier is I got to leave the place without anybody asking me who I was, what I was doing there.
I saw the video that you said. It had to be crazy. I mean, we all watched it. We all watched it happen on TV. You were there.
Yeah,
you were downstairs.
Yeah. So the whole thing's crazy. The timeline's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's kind of like where you work. It's probably crazy over there like that,
Yeah.
You got people like assassinating themselves every day. So anyway, I go to the dealer. I said, look, this guy's stealing from you, man. There's no way you can't pay this much money for these cars.
Yeah.
And it's costing me money now. And he's like, mind your own business. I said, excuse me? He said, mind your own business. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I walked back. I didn't say another word to him. I walked back. I walked across the new car showroom, over to the used car lot. I can see myself walking right now. I walked in there. I said, mind your own business. I said, shit, I'm going to mind it up.
Yeah.
I put all my shit in a box,
Okay.
put it in a car, drove out of there, never went back.
Minded your business.
I minded my business.
Yeah.
I said, maybe it's time to mind my business. I got home, I'm like, what did I just do? Quit, didn't have a job.
So what'd you do?
So then I put a call into Tom Stuker. I'd gone to one of Tom
Okay.
Stuker's seminars.
Yeah.
He told me, he said, he's got an open door, come work for me anytime you want.
Okay.
I called him, I said, hey, is that still open? And I said, damn, I should have called before I left my job. And then I also called a car dealer, the biggest car dealer in Baton Rouge. What's the name of those guys? I forget, not All Star. Anyway, they were the big player in Baton Rouge for years. And
Yeah.
still are, I think. And I said, hey, you guys looking for managers? Because I needed to move up. I needed to challenge myself.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, man, come work for us. We'll give
Okay.
you a job as a closer manager.
Okay.
I went to my priest. I said, look, I got 2 offers.
Yeah.
Charlie Dubois. I used to drink with him before Mass.
Okay.
I said, dude, let's go ahead and drink the holy wine before we get there. It was his idea, actually. We both ended up in a treatment center. And so Charlie says, look, which one are you scared of? He took out a whiteboard like that right there. He says, drew a line down it. Which one scares you the most?
Yeah.
I said, I thought we were going to consult Jesus. I thought we were going to go to God for the answer. He's like, I'm going to the whiteboard.
Okay.
He says, which one scares you the most? I said, man, that job in Chicago with that Tom Stuker dude terrifies me. He's like, that's the one you got to do. And that's what I did.
And you moved to Chicago?
I didn't move to Chicago, but I would go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay, because I was a cowboy.
Okay.
So, but anyway, I moved. There was a big deal for me. I was 29 years old, and that's where I got my start. And I worked with Tom for a year and a half.
Were you going around the country?
Oh yeah, I was traveling every day.
So
doing sales training and talking to car dealerships.
So I want to figure out when the first time I met you. I started following you in '99. I think the first time. Where were you at on September 11, 2001?
I was in what city was I in? I was in Indianapolis.
You know how I know that? Because my salespeople, I was a sales manager for Bob Rohrman up in Lafayette, Indiana, and I had sent my salespeople to your seminar on September 11th.
September 11th, 2011. I was doing Indianapolis. Yep. The next day I had Toronto. Mm-hmm. That was when Bob Moore was marketing me. Mm-hmm. And dude, that was a weird day.
So
I had 300 people in a room real quick. We were at a Holiday Inn,
and
it had one of those sports bars which has like 200 TVs in it.
Yeah.
And so the first break is about 9:05. Mm-hmm. The thing's already happened. Mm-hmm. Okay, guy in the front row says, we're under a terrorist attack. Nobody knew what was going on yet. Like, I'm like, yeah. It's kind of like Mandalay Bay, but even worse, right? So, no, there was no Twitter then.
Right.
So, I'm like, huh? He's like, it didn't even, I said, terrorist attack. Well, I'd already taken my break. We walked down the hallway, and there's 200 TVs on with, planes going into buildings, right? And all I'm thinking right now, it's still not registering what's happened. I'm like, how am I going to keep these people in a room?
Right.
I don't want to give Bob Rohrman his money back.
Yeah.
Because if I send people home right now, Bob Rohrman is going to say, I need my $6,000 back. Shaka's going to be calling me.
Yeah.
Every car dealer in Indianapolis is going to say, give me my money back. They didn't finish the seminar. I said, I got to get everybody back in that chair. That goes back to what I said earlier about you, salespeople, finance people, managers need to control more than is given to them. Okay? So if you're selling a car, you need to bring it to finance and to service and make sure that thing is handled.
Agreed.
So, yeah, and then the next day I drove to Toronto because in Toronto wasn't attacked. So they're like, let's do the seminar.
Yeah.
The world hadn't quite
So you
had the Shaka.
So you went...
The 9/11 Shaka.
The Shaka. Well, not Shaka 9/11, but Shaka. So I'm trying to figure out, so I started following you in 99.
Yeah.
2001, I sent my people down there with you. The first time I met you was in 2003. You were in Indianapolis again. At a Ramada Inn or a Holiday Inn Express, something like that. And then from there, we just kept rocking. Boom, boom, boom.
What do you mean rocking?
We just kept meeting.
Yeah.
At certain points.
Yeah.
So when
now we're doing business together. Man.
Now we're doing business together, man.
Good.
And I love that, man. That's that push.
Yeah.
I gave a speech in your sales department about push. Persist until something happens, man.
Oh, I love that.
And so that's the push, man.
So look, you guys on the. I think we gave you guys enough this morning, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Look, what are you gonna do, man? You know what I learned from this dude? Don't quit. You quit, you fail. Okay? I'm asking you guys what negative is. What is negative? Me saying, hey, I'm having a bad day, I can't get a deal. Is that negative? He says it's not. I say, yeah, it is kind of negative. I'm a negative person. I'll tell you right now. People think I'm a positive person. I am not a positive person. I'm a bitch. Can I say that on the Shaka show?
Dude, you can say whatever you want to. But let me tell you something. Perception is reality, though, right?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
But I am a negative person, dude. I can be negative, but I can be negative, but I could also be negative and be productive. Like I got to get out. I got to be honest with myself.
So give me an example though of you can be negative. What do you mean by that? Give me an example.
Dude, look, like this morning I walked in here. I mean, I don't have to look very far. Am I negative, John? I'm negative sometimes, right?
You just look at the worst case scenario.
I always look at worst case.
What's negative about that though?
But because I'm like, dude, are we gonna sell? I gotta sell 4,000 tickets. Okay, I gotta buy before the end of this last quarter. I need to buy $120 million worth of real estate. Do I have time? I'm negative, man. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. There's
but then let me ask you this: Do you stop? Do you stop going after it? So then what's negative about it? See, our perception is reality. Would you agree back there, John?
Oh yeah.
So perception is reality, and let me tell you something. My perception of negativity is the follow through. It's not what you say. It's not that
that's a different topic.
It's the follow through. It's not that I have to sell 4,000 tickets.
Yeah. You didn't ask me if I don't quit though.
I can't do it, or I didn't find any deals. It's the follow through. It's the I couldn't find any deals, so I stopped.
What's negative then?
It's the follow through. It's the stop. It's the I couldn't find any deals yesterday on the apartment, so I stopped looking.
So I'm working with a customer that's,
or a bad attitude.
This guy's what's the difference?
Or a bad attitude.
Yeah.
Sulky, mean.
Yeah.
That's negativity.
I mean,
see, but do you see the difference, John?
I need Shaka to say that I'm negative.
Okay, so John says he sees the difference.
Yeah.
So he sees what I'm talking about. Come on with it.
Wait, Johnny, what?
So what do you guys think, man? I just think that like if you're with a customer and you're like, this guy's a mooch, the business sucks.
That's negative.
Well, dude, what's different?
No. So I can definitely tell you what the difference is.
Me walking around here.
Hey, John, I'm glad you asked me that. So let me tell you the difference. This business sucks. Yeah. These customers are mooches. That's using words to describe something negatively, right? Versus saying, hey, I couldn't find any deals yesterday. I couldn't find any deals yesterday means that you put in some action and came in short. came up short. There's nothing negative about that, right? But
Okay,
saying, hey,
the finance
but
manager-
look, let me show you the difference real quick. Hey, I couldn't find any good deals yesterday because all the deals that I found yesterday were garbage, and all the customers were mooches, and that's all I'm finding here lately. That's negative. You see the difference?
Not really. No,
Do you guys see the
the
difference?
The finance manager says, I can't get this guy done because he doesn't pay anybody back.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Negative.
Yeah, exactly.
Negative.
And a quitter.
Negative.
Both. Right? So all I'm saying is another finance manager
Negative,
says, look, this guy's
or
been
it could be reality too.
No, well, or another guy says, hey, I can't get him done, but I'm going to try it 2 other places. That's negative. It is negative, man.
I don't see that as negative. There's sunlight in that deal, man.
Whatever, man. Whatever. I just know this, man. I just know this. Me and this dude are at least looking at what's negative. I got to ask myself, dude, when am I negative? Okay? It's not, because look, all I'm saying to everybody right now is it can't be everybody else that's got a problem.
Correct.
So I know guys, I know the top of the food chain. I've been able to meet all the way to literally the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Everybody's negative. Like you guys out there think, oh, I'm Mr. Positive. I know guys out there that are so positive, it's become a problem. Like you're so optimistic, you're freaking stupid now.
The perception is warped.
You're like, oh, la, blah, everything's fine. Ah, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, da. You're like a kid, man. You're like a 5-year-old kid that believes in freaking fairy tales. That's not the real world.
Correct.
Right? So, and by the way, I think that would describe most of America.
I think that's a warped sense of reality.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that's a warped sense of reality. I think if they're on cloud nine,
But how many
all the
salesmen,
time-
how many salesmen, how many finance people do you know that say, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm making enough money. I'm making $120, dog. I'm making $150. I'm the shit. Oh yeah.
There's, the
I
reality
pay
is
cash
there's a lot
for
of
my
that.
house.
There's-
Okay, I golf twice a week. Okay, look at me. Now we're gonna do. I need to know something about what's going on with finance. We're gonna do that later on because what I'm curious about is what's going on with car dealerships, with the finance department. Is this thing a dinosaur? Will it be terminated from the planet? A lot of change going on. We're gonna talk about that in my show though, private. I can't do that with these people because it's just too much. It's gonna be too much for them.
Yeah.
I don't want to overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not being negative. I'm just saying I don't think you can handle it.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys being on the stream. I got some more meeting I need to do with GC. We got some more business we got to take care of. Thank you guys. Go crush it today. Bye-bye.
Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is now I'm moving into the interview. Okay,
Go.
Shaka D.
So let's open it up. Hey, Grant Cardone here, and
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. So we're right here. You should have
Okay.
cameras, okay? Hey, Grant Cardone here. I want to bring you somebody today, particularly for all my friends in automotive. For many of you that know my history, if you want to go turn that off.
Yeah.
It's low key here. It's all right. Dude, he's not even ready for this interview.
Come on, wait.
Okay, Shaka Dyson right here, man. Good friend of mine. We're doing some business together. I brought him in the studio. I said, look, I need to bring you in. I want to talk to you about automotive. What's going on? This guy's in stores, working with stores. He's working a space that is vital to car dealerships, okay, and vital to the consumer, vital to the transaction, which is the finance department. Mm-hmm. And as many of you know, as much disruption as there is in
Yes.
all industries, not just automotive, by the way, in retail, technology, communication,
Mm-hmm.
Online, the Internet of Things.
Yes.
There's disruption everywhere, which creates opportunity for those that have open eyes, and it also creates, demise
Yeah.
for those that are not willing to make the transition. So really, really good to have you here. Appreciate
Thank
love what you're doing with Cardone on Demand.
Appreciate it.
At our finance and insurance university. So you want just tell everybody a little bit about your history.
Yeah, of course. I've been in the automotive industry since '99. 18 years now. Most of that in the
And you
F&I
met-
space.
We met when?
We met in 2003.
Okay.
I had my people with
You knew of me.
I knew of you.
I didn't
since-
know you yet.
No, not yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
That's that push. Persist
Yeah.
until something happens. But no, I knew of you my first year in car sales in
Okay.
'99 when I was telling the people, your salespeople out front. I was telling them that when I used to stand out on the point waiting on customers to come. I had that pen that said give.
Oh,
That
yeah,
little, give.
He paid $10 for that pen.
Come on, I
mean,
did.
it's a good money for that pen now.
I did.
You know, look how much has changed. Okay,
Yeah.
that little gold pen that sat on your lapel, you paid $10 for.
Yeah.
Today we sell an audio program
Yep.
that you download to your phone for $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happened in a period of just 15 or 16 years.
Yeah.
You know, to see how much disruption there is
Yeah.
in all spaces, not just
Yeah.
automotive. So go ahead.
No, that's massive. But so I knew of you in '99. In 2000, we were discussing earlier, September 11th, 2001.
Yeah.
I had my salespeople. You were in Indianapolis, and the
Yeah.
reason I know that is because I had my salespeople in your seminar on that day.
Best automotive seminar in the world.
As it was occurring.
Yeah.
And then I got the opportunity to meet you in 2003, where I actually went to one of the seminars. Us managers of the dealership went to one of your management seminars. And,
Best management seminar in the world.
it was a great management. I still remember it. Your hair was longer.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
it. You were. I remember it. I remember what you were wearing. I mean, I remember. I pay attention.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I've got the opportunity to meet you a few times throughout, man, and we've actually had meetings. We've actually done sales meetings together. I introduced you to my group. You flew out to Chicago when you bought your plane. Came out there to see my group at my corporate headquarters. Hung out with you at NADA. So I've got the opportunity. I've had the opportunity over the last 18 years to interact with you, and I got to tell you, man, it's done wonders for me, because without this type of guidance, without me being able to grab a book or grab a CD, an audio CD,
Yeah.
it would have been hard to get direction on my own.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it would have been hard for me to find direction from somebody who was outside of my dealership and who was at a level that I wanted to be at. So.
Yeah. So that, I mean, just that analogy right there. You know, you used to have to put a cassette in your car
Mm-hmm.
or a DVD,
Mm-hmm.
and today you just turn your phone on, and you can have access to
That's it.
so much. It's almost
That's it.
too much.
That's it.
So tell me what's going on in you worked for a big group, 34 stores, and you did all their finance training there.
34 stores across 5 states.
How long were you there?
3 years.
Okay.
3 years.
And what happened for you while you were there?
So, in the 3 years while I was there, we set 10 records for that store, happily. And, you know, I don't want to get into specifics, but we went from when I got there in 2012, we were on pace to generate just over 16 million. When I left at the end of 2015, we were on pace to generate over 65 million.
Wow.
And the difference was the process, the difference was the presentation, the training that was implemented. It wasn't something miraculous. It was just changing certain things that they weren't doing correctly, implementing the correct things to get the results, and holding people accountable and measuring.
And how often were you doing training with the group? Were you guys all in one market?
No.
How many markets?
So I was in Florida. In Florida, I was in West Palm Beach.
So you were traveling?
Correct.
Okay.
I was on a plane every day.
Wow.
Every day or every other day. But I was in Florida. I was in Orlando, West Palm Beach, Tallahassee. I also was in Champaign and Chicago, Illinois. We had dealerships in Philly.
Mm-hmm. So you're bouncing. You're just focused on finance, or you're working
and
with
in
sales?
St. Louis. But
Okay.
But yeah. So my focus was finance,
Uh-huh.
F&I.
And the choice there was the group said, "Hey, just train these 2 or 3 people in our stores." That's how critical this department is.
So
As
in
opposed to
each-
training
no.
everybody while you were
No, so in each market,
Yeah.
I had multiple stores. I mean, in one market, I had 13 stores.
Okay.
In another market, I had 6 different dealerships.
Uh-huh.
In another market, so very rarely did I go to a market where I had a single store. Only in Tallahassee and in Philly did I go where I only had a single store. So those would be short. Those would be short stops. However, I would tell you this: I measured the production every day, and I managed the production every day. I managed my expectations. And so, therefore, the person or the store that wasn't producing is the one that got my attention. So I didn't have to go to a market that had 13 stores and train all of them that day. All I needed to do was spend time with the 2 or 3 that weren't performing.
Oh, interesting. So the people that didn't hit their numbers is where you put attention on.
Correct. So it's the people that were behind in hitting numbers and hitting production and generating revenue, or that were having a challenge or getting around a learning curve. That's where I would focus on. I wanted to help those down at the bottom of the
So
tier.
why not? I mean, it's curious to me. Why not help the guy that's that's already performing?
Well, I did that as a whole, as
Because it
in
seems to me like
general
the guy
training.
that's popping like if you give him just a little bit of a, little fluff, he's going to fly.
Correct. But mind you, I had 5 states.
Yeah.
I had 5 states, so I had to focus my attention. How I knew where to fly to and how I knew where to go was based on the production that was happening. If I had a market that was behind our forecast or our benchmark, that's the market I went and concentrated on. I had to go and correct it.
Yeah. So, and how did the store afford this? I mean, how did they make? A lot of these car dealerships and other retail businesses, they don't spend money on training. How did your group say, hey, we're going to pay this guy, we're going to send him out on a plane? How do they make sense of the cost?
We had a corporate staff, and that's what we did. So on the corporate level, every corporate member had a department. You had a head of service, you had a head of parts, you had a head of sales, you had a head of.
And their job was to make sure that number got up.
Correct.
Did all that training pay off? Yours obviously did, from 16 million to 65.
Yeah.
But did the other departments? Did the training work for them?
They did well.
But not as good as you.
Not as good as that.
Yeah, I can tell. I knew that was coming. Do you think it's because of the department, the training? I mean, the department had more profit opportunity, possibly? Or you think it was because you're just so good?
Man, look. F&I has been my whole career.
Yeah.
So, I know what I'm doing when it comes to F&I.
Yeah.
You're the world's greatest sales trainer. I'm the world's greatest F&I trainer.
Yeah.
So when I go into an F&I department, I'm going to make a difference.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if, I don't know, I can't speak on the other departments. All I can do is speak on the influence and what I did with mine.
So let's talk about what you're doing today, and also what's going on with finance departments and all that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like we see a lot of change with True Car. I know there's going to be a couple of other True Car versions being rolled out. That are going to be extremely disruptive. Yeah. That some of the big majors know about already. That's going to really be, these are going to be really big game changers.
Yeah.
Like groups coming in that could literally dwarf 2 or 3 of the top automotive groups overnight. Go from not even in the space to like changing everything, and the way you buy cars and where you go to get them or don't go to get them. So, how does that affect finance? Because
So it affects the underskilled finance people, the underskilled, the people who don't know what they're doing. It affects them greatly.
Yeah, aren't there a lot of people saying that department will go away?
There's some people saying that.
I don't know give me the case where it would go away.
Because they don't know, and here's what I mean. Some saying, "Hey, I would like for it to be a one-stop shop like Sonic went to. They went to where you go into their dealership, and all you do is deal with the salespeople. The salespeople take you from hi, how you doing, welcome to Toyota. Let me help you find something, all the way through shaking your hand while you're leaving, and the customer doesn't see anyone else. So they have a cradle to grave type system.
Yeah.
So you have some people saying, "Hey, this is what we're going to turn to."
How's that work? Because some salespeople can't take the guy from a phone call to the greet.
Correct. So it doesn't work. That's the point. So Roger Penske had a Toyota dealership in Phoenix that he tried that with, and that he stopped. Yeah. Because what happens is that the F&I department ends up losing revenue. There's no F&I revenue there.
Right.
And in the dealership, F&I is the revenue department. We're the most profitable square footage in a dealership. And so it is the revenue department. Sales isn't the revenue department. Sales is the eat up market share department. Sales is the let me get the more business. The BDC is not the revenue department. It's the let me generate traffic department. F&I is the revenue department. We have to generate revenue.
So but what are the products? I mean, some of these products, like you got to wonder, do they continue to live on? Is there product disruption in there?
Some products don't continue to live on. Like credit life and disability would be one. Credit life and disability. Matter of fact, I took it out of all of our stores. We discontinued selling it. That's one way that I was able to get my finance manager's attention off of selling that onto selling the service contracts.
So does the warranty live on even though you're getting,
Absolutely.
But let's say software updates come in, and you no longer service a car the way we've been servicing.
But when the phone breaks, who's gonna fix it?
I'm just gonna get another phone.
And not everybody's gonna do that though. Not everybody's GC. So
right.
Therefore, the service contract.
Does the phone go there too? See, does the phone go there where we're not buying phones? We're just getting updates on phones now.
there's always going to be mechanics of a car.
Yeah.
Like a vehicle right now has got 15,000 moving parts in it. Something breaks somewhere, somebody's got to pay to have it fixed. That's where a service contract comes into play. So the more technology you put inside of a vehicle, the more important it's going to be to have that service contract.
Yeah, yeah.
The more technology you put inside of a vehicle, the more expensive they're going to be. The more people are going to finance. The more important gap is going to be to have. Gap protection is going to be to have.
So you're saying, I mean, people don't know where to get their money. Like I buy an apartment deal. I wish I had a finance department to go to. Actually, I do go to one. They're like, hey, Grant, check out our mortgage guys. Check out our brokerage guys. Check out, so I go to somebody that I trust.
Yeah.
To get me the money on the deal.
Yeah.
So how do the credit unions, the banks, the Wells Fargos, how did they affect, start impinging all the online available money? How does that Bitcoin, how can I trade my Bitcoin for a car?
Yeah.
I mean, all those things that are changing. What do you see going on the ground in dealerships?
So we haven't seen any Bitcoin influence yet. Yeah. Credit unions have always been there. The outside financing, the Capital One cashier's checks have always been there. They're a part of business. And what a dealership is concerned with is selling the car. We really don't care how you pay for it. We want to sell you the vehicle. You want to go to your credit union. You want to get outside financing. Do that.
Yeah.
Now, here's the hindrance. With finance managers, sometimes they feel like, this is going back to the negative perception, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they feel like they can't sell certain products. They can't sell products when people already walk in with the cash. And I teach people through Dealer F&I University and everywhere else that people buy what they see value in. It doesn't matter when or how they get their vehicle.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
So
that's an age-old problem. I got cash. There's going to be a lot of cash, by the way. There's $3 trillion sitting in cash accounts right now.
Yeah.
There's another $3 or $4 trillion sitting in retirement accounts. All that money's coming out. It's going to be that's going to be a huge thing going on where people are dying. Baby boomers are dying, just dumping off cash to their 22-year-old grandkids, right?
Yeah.
So we've always had the cash thing. What do you do for a store when you're working with that finance manager that says, hey, we're going to take you to how much a car in the back? You definitely need to train people, and I can validate and show to you why.
So we need to repeat that question for me.
So what are you going to do? Let's say I own a car dealership, but I got a finance manager just making $100 a car.
Okay. Yeah.
What are you going to tell me you're going to do for me?
So first of all, I want to find out what the process looks like. I'm going to tell you I'm going to increase your PVR, which is $100, which is $1,000 a copy in the back end. I'm going to tell you I'm going to increase your PVR, and a way to do that
to $1,100 a car,
to $1,100 to $1,200 to $1,300.
Yeah.
And the way to do that is to focus on the 3 Ps, right? Presentation, production, performance.
Okay.
So you have to focus on these 3 things. So you have to focus on these 3 things in order to get the outcome. I'm sitting here. I'm forward thinking.
No, I'm with you. But what do you know about this guy? He's doing $100.
I'm sorry. Process.
Yeah.
So process, presentation, equal production. So what I want to do in order to get you to that next level, in order to get you to $1,200, $1,300 a copy, I have to focus on your process. I have to focus on your presentation in order to get you to production. And what I find most of the times in dealerships when I talk to them is I'll analyze their process and I'll find out something about their process is broken. Let me give you an example real quick.
But hang on 1 second. So if he's doing $100 a car, is his process broken?
Yes.
Oh, no doubt, right?
Yes.
Is there a chance he's broken?
There's a chance that anything could be broken.
Right. I mean, but what is the problem? Like, how could a guy only do $100 a car?
And by $100 you mean $1,000, right?
No, I mean $100.
Oh no, that's not even possible. I mean
200. Let's say he's performing like at a 20% of what the industry standard is.
Okay.
What is the industry standard in F&I?
So industry standard forever has been $1,000.
Oh, $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say this guy's performing at $300 or $400 a car. What do you know without meeting anybody, talking to anybody?
that we have to let him go. Number one, but number two,
we know we no process.
Yeah, no process.
Presentation sucks.
Completely broken.
Probably no performance being measured.
No performance being measured. No product knowledge. Attitude has got to be bad. I mean,
so if a dealership just hired you to say, okay, we're going to use that dude. Let's say the guy is broken. It's Johnny, the camera guy. He doesn't belong in the finance department.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, I'm going to put a presentation in place. We're going to start measuring this dude.
Put a process in place, presentation.
Like, even if he's not great, would you agree that you could even improve that guy?
Yes, as long as he has the desire to improve. And at $300-400 a copy, depending on how long he's been running. Dude, you just
climb up, just get up all up, and he'll do that.
Listen to me. If he's got the focus, I can get him there.
I run this internet department.
Yes.
I should know anything about the internet, right? You agree with that?
Okay.
And then a lot of people are saying, dude, this guy knows how to market on the internet.
Without question.
Okay? Now, I got how many people we got in there, John? 12? We got 12 guys in there, dude. I go in there, look, I know. They don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
I just can't. I'm going to replace them with somebody tomorrow that doesn't know what they're doing because nobody knows anything about this thing. But I go in there and I climb up all up in their thing, All of a sudden, boom, production comes up.
Now, and how did they get taught?
Because I just go in there and put attention. All I'm saying to you is, if the dealership brought a third party in, like a Shaka, okay, like you, okay, use this to support every day after you leave because you can't stay there forever. Right. Just by putting attention on something. If I put attention on my diet, it's going to change. If I put attention on my body, it's going to change. If I put attention on my marriage, I don't need to get rid of me or my wife. I need to put attention on it, right? If I put attention on my prayer, if I put attention on my water usage, as long as I'm taking in more water. But I think a lot of these dealers say, it's not going to work. It's going to cost us money. Dude, $400 a car is costing you money.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you've given up, and I know you see dealers like this. Look, you guys gave up.
Yep.
Like, there's dealers out there that I'm like, you should be ashamed to open your doors every morning. Like, you should be ashamed. You should tell your employees and your customers, we've actually given up on improving here. We've given up on our people. We've given up on making customer satisfaction better. All we do, we haven't given up on advertising.
Yeah.
We haven't given up on giving cars away. Okay? But we've given up on everything else.
Giving up on improvement.
Yeah, and all I'm saying to you is, you go in. I don't see how you don't help that guy.
Yeah. By merely focusing on it. Yeah.
So what happens? What happens at Dealer University? What happens at my F&I University at Cardone on Demand, where we get to go in there and make a change?
Yeah. So Dealer F&I University, when F&I managers go in there and they take that training, that's real world training.
Yeah.
And what I mean by real world is it's based on Shaka Dyson's experience. It's not based on when some people sat around a table in some corporate boardroom and put together like they did years of old. Those are the finance managers that get to talk about how long they've been in the business.
Yeah.
I've been in the business, and those are the ones that run the 400 or 500 and talk about how hard it is to generate revenue at a Honda store. Dealer F&I University is real world. Dealer F&I University takes a different approach to selling the product back there. It teaches a different process, how to take time out the equation. How to take time out of the process.
So let's just talk about time.
Yes.
Okay? Now, it used to be the longer you spent with somebody back there, the better off you are. Why do you want to take time out?
I want to take time out of the process, out of the buying process. What I mean by
before they get to finance.
Before they get to finance, I want to take time out of that process. And the reason being is because customers, their biggest gripe about going to buy a car is what?
I've been there too long.
How long it's going to take to go buy a car. So what happens is when they go to that dealership, before they even arrive at that dealership, they already have that resistance wall built up. They already have that perception that this is going to be a challenge to go in here and buy a car. Now,
look, even places where there's one price, it takes too long.
It takes too long.
So I know a lot of you out there are like, oh no, that's why we got rid of the negotiations. Well, then why does it still take 5 hours to do this?
Correct.
Okay. The point was not to drop the negotiations out. The point was to reduce the amount of time this guy spent there.
1,000%.
Because the last time he went, or the time before that, he was there too long.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter where I go.
Exactly.
The reason Toys R Us is going out of business is filing bankruptcy because I had to drive there.
Yeah.
That's a Toys R Us problem. The fact that I had to go in traffic to get to Macy's, or the theater, or the car dealership. That was part of the process. I had to go there. Yeah. I had to park. I had to meet somebody I don't know. And you're saying that process before I even buy a car,
before you even get to the
affects
absolutely
the ability to do anything else with that customer after the first purchase.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because they get through it and they shake hands.
Deal
They
fatigue,
decide,
man. It's deal fatigue.
Deal fatigue. They decide, hey, all right, I want to pay $500 a month with $1,500 down for this Avalon. And then what happens is they go through the same process in F&I that they've been going through for the last 25 years. That they've had the bad taste and perception in their mouth.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is we have to be different. We have to do something different than that for that customer. So when they come into that dealership, we are different. We're seen in a different light, and we change the paradigm. We change their perception of F&I. That's the fight that we have to have before they even get to F&I. So these are some of the things that they can find in Dealer F&I University, and they can get a better understanding what F&I is, how to change it to the right process, how to get the right presentation. They still use a menu. You ever heard of a menu in F&I?
Sure.
They still use that. Menus don't belong in F&I. They belong in a restaurant somewhere. But they still use that, and many F&I training companies still teach that. They were teaching that 30 years ago.
What's wrong with the menu?
The customer has been seeing it the last 8 times they purchased a vehicle. They know what's getting ready to happen. And so, and let me ask you a question.
But what's wrong with the menu? What's wrong with
I'm getting ready to tell you exactly what's wrong. You're a customer, okay? You just said yes to $500 a month on this Avalon, okay? Your deal gets sent into the F&I office. You're still sitting at Johnny's desk out on the showroom floor, but your deal gets sent to F&I. What do you believe is going to happen to your payment once it goes back to F&I? You, the customer. What do you think is getting ready to happen to it?
Well, I mean, in my case, dude, I made a phone call. Hey, just tell me what these payments are going to be, and then send them over here.
So most customers believe that their payment is going to go up. That's what most customers believe. They believe that their payment is going to go up, and they believe it's going to go up because we're going to sell them some stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because that's been the past experience.
But can I just interrupt you for a second? So, like the last car I bought, okay, I said, just give me some lease payments, 24. I don't want to put any money down, or show me with a little bit of money down. I'm probably not going to put any money down. Oh my God, man! I'm like, hey, you talking about your credit, not mine. You know, because he's like, oh, they're not going to let you lease it with no money down. So I don't need to hear that. Just show me the number. Sure. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that problem once we get there.
Sure.
Now, I'm actually thinking right now, hey, do I need to add anything to this deal? I'm thinking that, Shaka.
Okay.
I'm thinking, is there anything when he gives me this payment, even if it's stripped out? I'm thinking, okay, is he going to load it up? Is he going to try to add a little something? These are the 3 things I'm going through. And do I want him to?
And this is you as a customer, thinking, is he going to add a little something?
Okay,
is he going to load it up?
Is he going to try to load me up? No, he'll never do that.
So imagine what regular customers.
Is he going to give me a little something?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look for a little something, maybe a little rate.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to give me a little woo-hoo. He's going to try to throw in the wah-wah.
See?
Right? I'm thinking about, and then the third thing is, but what if he doesn't give me anything and there's something in there I do need?
Yeah. So there's something in there that first of all, he shouldn't put anything into a payment.
Okay,
That's
tell
the
me
first thing.
about that.
So
and what's wrong with the menu? What's wrong with him sending me back a menu and saying?
So that's exactly what I was getting to.
Please.
But you just made my point, as in your perception is he going to put a little something in there? Think about what most customers believe. They believe when they go back to the back, their payment is going to go up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be because the F&I manager is going to sell them some stuff. Then they actually get back there.
But I just want to say that the other piece is I want everybody to understand is that some of these people want you to add some stuff too.
But that's the I'm going to sell it to you. I'm going to allow you to choose it. I'm going to sell it to you part. Not to let me stuff it in there. Right?
Yeah.
So they believe that their payment is going to go up. Then the finance manager then the customer actually goes back to finance and they pull out, and the finance manager pulls out a menu. Now, mind you,
they 500.
They've been using menus for 25 years. So the last 10 times that customer has purchased a vehicle, a finance manager has showed them a menu and tried to sell them some product. What's the customer's perception? My payment is going to go up because they're going to try to sell me some product. So if the customer comes back to my office and I pull out that same menu that they've seen 10 times before, then I just validate their perception. Then what that does is that puts that resistance wall up. What that does is have them on guard. See, he understands me. So what we have to do is we have to change up the process, number one, and change up that presentation. That's what they learned in
What about the dealer? And I would suggest, me and you are talking right here. What about the dealer that loves his menu? Can you teach that guy how to work with a menu?
Yes, I can teach him how to work differently with the menu.
Yeah.
And so let me explain to you how. So in my automotive group, one of the first things I immediately did was remove the menu as a selling tool. And what I did is I implemented it as a disclosing tool.
Oh, I like that.
So what I did is I removed it. We didn't use a menu to sell because a menu can't sell anything. The finance manager has to sell.
Yeah.
You have to sell.
Yeah.
Right? So what we did is we sold, we closed the customer on product, and then we put that menu in place. And you know, the menu has the columns. Well, we use that last column to reflect their contract.
Right.
Grant, you bought a service contract, you bought gap protection, you bought tire and wheel. Instead of $500, your payment is $595.
Which one of those don't I need?
You need them all.
No, but which one of the three? Which one do I need to let lease?
You need
Look at
you
this.
need them
Look
all.
at this. Like you see, they should have sold me the tire and wheels
You
on my
need them
last
all.
car. They should. That's why I was saying, man.
What
do
did I
need
say? I said he needed them all, didn't I?
He said I need them all, man. This is the car I got out there right now is the only car I haven't damaged the tire and wheels on.
Why didn't they sell
Every
the
car-
tire well last time?
Scared of me.
Okay, so
Scared.
that's why they need
They're
the
scared.
F&I
They're
University.
scared. They're like, hey Grant, man, have you ever damaged a wheel? No. Every car I've ever owned,
Yeah.
I've damaged at least one wheel.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Most of them,
Me
two
too.
wheels.
Me too. I'm a firm believer.
You know, I get close to the curb.
See, this is a believer in tire and wheel.
Okay,
So this
now
is a
the
layout
Gap,
for
the
tire
Gap,
and
the
wheel.
Gap, you couldn't sell me Gap, dude.
Mhm.
You know, Gap is something I go into, not something I buy.
Mhm.
Okay, and would I buy the warranty? Probably not. I'm on a 24-month lease, but I would have bought the tire and wheel.
Yeah, so you don't need a service contract under a 24-month lease.
Yeah,
I agree with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Just that you don't need Gap on a lease either, but
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
tire and wheel.
Yeah, I might need Gap on that car. You know,
Well, on a lease,
you know I got killed in that car. They killed me.
yeah, but you're leasing it. So
Yeah.
so all you're gonna do is turn it in.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
So you're not gonna be upside down.
I might not. Sometimes I hold on to it. I'm like, maybe I want to keep this one.
And when you lease vehicles, Gap is
What
normally
color's your
included.
car? What color's your car?
Brown.
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 Dude, nobody's got a brown car.
It was my
man.
dad's favorite color, man. My dad passed away last year. It was his favorite color,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I bought it. Yeah.
Well, I can't go there, man.
Yeah.
I can't go there. I got to give you a little time on that loss before I can go
Yeah.
bang on the brown, dude. But
Yeah.
nobody buys a brown.
Brown with beige leather interior.
Dude, that's
Come
terrible.
on.
That's terrible.
I get it. I get it. My Audi was white with beige leather interior. My Beamer was black on black.
Yeah.
Which one of those you like the best?
I like the white on white.
You like the white on white? See, I didn't
White
have
on white.
I didn't have white in my
White
Audi.
on white, so I can eat rice in there and lose it.
Yeah.
I don't eat brown rice either, even though I know it's good.
So outside of a Rolls Royce, where have you seen white on white?
Where have I seen it? I
Yeah.
think I saw it on a Bentley. I saw it on a Bentley.
You
right
got to get
behind
to
me.
that level in order to get the
what
white on
what else did I
white.
see the white on white? I had white on another car, Range Rover.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so let's get back to the finance thing. Okay, that was just a little entertainment for you guys that love cars.
Yeah.
So I'm a dealer. I'm making $1,000 a car.
Okay.
I'm doing the industry average. I'm happy, dude. We're making a lot of money.
Okay.
Okay. Why do I hire Shaka?
Because
And by the way, how do you deliver this training to me? Do I have to go to a hotel room? Do you come to me? Do you do it online? Do you do a combination? What happens?
number one, it's a combination. But number one, why do you hire Shaka? Because you're
Yeah.
leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
Because the people who are running $1,000 a copy are getting their lunch ate by the dealer groups that are running the $1,200-$1,300 a copy. And what I mean by that is, number one, they're making more revenue than you are. Their ability, when you have more revenue in your company, you have the option and ability to go out and do
Spend more
more
money in advertising.
in the market. Number
Exactly.
one. Number two, the people with F&I departments that are running higher numbers attract the better F&I managers, the one that are going to take care of their F&I departments, the one that are going to make more money, the ones that are going to do more for their dealership, right? Versus the ones that run $1,000 a copy and don't make as much.
Yeah.
And why? Why run $1,000 a copy when $1,300 is available? Why
Yeah,
do that?
yeah.
You know, if $300 is left on the table,
300, 200 times a month. That's how much money is that?
let's annualize it. If a finance manager,
$720,000 a year.
if a finance manager is going to do one finance manager is going to do 1,000 deals in a year,
Yeah.
and he's leaving $300 on the table, that's $300,000.
Yeah,
Why not hire Shaka
Yeah,
at that point? In time?
yeah. To over 10 years, it's $3 million.
$3 million. Can you
By the
imagine?
way, that money probably didn't cost any more to make. Right? It doesn't
Correct.
cost any more money.
No.
I raised my prices. It doesn't cost money to raise
Right.
the price.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Now, okay. So let me ask you something else. All right. So I want to get into why would a finance manager want you to help him? Because look, if the guy wanted help,
Yeah.
why wouldn't he call you? I mean, how many finance managers called you in the last 30 days and say, "Hey, can you come out here and help me"?
Man, you wouldn't believe it. You would every day.
Oh, really?
Every day. Every day I get calls.
They want to do better.
Every day. I've got a group on Facebook, the largest F&I focus group in all of Facebook and all of automotive. It's called the F&I 20 group. Over 12,500 members.
Wow.
Across the country. That
So
represents
you're
dealers.
saying they want help.
Absolutely.
Do you think the finance manager wants help differently at a different level than like a sales guy? Probably because they can make more money.
Does a salesperson want your help, or does a finance manager want my help worse than a salesperson wants yours?
No, I'm not saying it's not about me or you.
So
it's about that level. Like a sales guy, you got a sales guy, you got a manager, sales manager, you got a general manager, you have an F&I manager. Do at some point do some of these people want education more than others?
Finance people want education bad.
Yeah.
Sales managers typically don't. Why? Because not a lot of sales manager training is out there. Right? There's a lot of sales training out there, and there's some F&I manager training out there. Not a lot of GM training, not a lot of sales manager training. But F&I managers really, really, really want the help, and the reason being is because we're the most micro-reported dealership department in the dealership. What I mean by that is we're held accountable and measured after every single deal that we do.
Right.
So when Shaka Dyson walks out of the car deal with Grant Cardone as the customer, and I walk out and we walk out to the showroom and I'm taking you back to your customer, the first thing my manager asks me is what? How did I do? Hey, how'd you do on that deal? Did you make any money on that deal? So we're the most micro-reported department in the dealership. We're measured to the tilt. We're measured on every single percentage, every single product, PVR or production, every single day.
It's traditional in a finance or banking space that the numbers are measured like
every day.
You know, it's a very easy thing to measure.
Yeah. So therefore, because we know that we're held to this standard or that accountability, they definitely want help. Definitely want help.
So if you were telling a dealer's like, okay, I need help in the sales department too, though.
Yeah.
And I need help in finance, but I can't afford to train them both for whatever reason. He thinks he can't do both. Which one should he start with? In your mind? No, don't worry about me.
He needs help in finance and in sales. I would start with finance. I would start with finance, and the reason being is because number one, that's the immediate impact in revenue. That's the first thing. And the second thing is with finance, the better they get, the more they can help those out on the showroom floor, the salespeople. Yeah,
I agree with this, by the way. So for all of you that are out there, like I'm a sales training company, if you're going to start someplace, man, start where the money is. Get as close to that vein as you can, because he's going to come in and say, wait a minute, you got 14 steps to a sales process. Okay. By the way, that process started on the internet, so that's another step. Or no telling how many steps that is.
Right.
Then they made a phone call, if you even have a phone number on your website. So that's another step. So now you're like 14 steps. Then he's got to get in the car and drive. That's another step that is not added to your sales process. He's got to pass through other car dealerships. Like this is getting long already.
Right.
And that's why the true cars become a threat to
the
car
Cardones, the true cars.
It's like, and this is not going to go at the Teslas.
Correct.
These are monster threats.
1,000%.
So if you guys are going to stay in the business, then you need to let your people know we're staying in the business. And the only way you stay in the business, I'm 59 years old, man. I'm learning every day. Everybody in here knows he's staying.
Yeah.
Okay. My competitors know. I got guys that me and a couple dudes used to fight head to head.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't even keep up with him.
That's right.
They've thrown me their chips.
That's right.
They're literally giving me their hands. They're like, the guy's in the game.
Yeah.
And it's not that I did anything. They decided not to be in the game anymore. They made sense. They quit. Totally quit. Yeah. Now they haven't got out of the game yet, but they have quit.
Correct.
So if you're out there and you haven't quit the game, okay. Oh, by the way, that doesn't mean you're not advertising. You got the lights on. You're showing up every day. You're working 6-7 days a week. Doesn't mean you haven't quit.
Right.
If you're in the game, you're improving your people every day. You agree with that?
Great, 1,000%.
Okay. Start with one department. If it's not finance, start with service. If it's not service, start with sales. If you think you're going to just blow all your people out up front, and you don't want to invest money in them, good, but you're not investing money in them anyway. I know most of these people back here, I tell my wife all the time, most of those people will not be with me at the end. Okay, the day I die, they're going to see it on Twitter or Twitter or Twitter. Oh, yeah, I used to work for that dude.
Yeah.
They're not going to be here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? But I need to continue to improve my organization.
Yep.
Okay, so I call you up. Hey, dude, I saw you on Cardone's show.
Yep.
What are we going to do? Tell me the plan. You're going to come and spend 3 days with me? You want to kick it off here? What's going to happen?
So what's going to happen is, number one, I'm going to get you hooked up on Dealer F&I University. That's the first thing. But I'm going to do.
What if I don't want to do it like that?
I'm going to do that after I analyze your process.
Okay, you're going to take a look.
I'm going to analyze your process. I'm going to analyze your presentation. I'm going to analyze your production, and I'm going to figure out your areas of opportunity and what I can do to get in there and impact that area of opportunity and show you specifically how I can grow you by changing this and changing that and improving this.
Does that? And I keep asking about this. Does that involve you coming out to see me on the phone?
Not necessarily.
Lay it out for me.
I do the first initial contact is I always have the conference call over the phone, either live FaceTime, live Skype, or live conference call with the dealer, with the finance director, with the finance man.
Okay. Then you find out, hey, there's a $900 car.
Mm-hmm.
There's an opportunity here.
Yeah.
They're selling 300 cars. They've been in business 25 years.
Yeah.
You know, they're the only Honda store within the city.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, oh, there's an opportunity here. I can make a change here.
Yeah.
You come out and see me at some point?
I can.
Do you get this just done online?
I can. So most of what I do, most of what I can do, love technology for this, but most of what I can do is I can do it from my office. I can do the coaching call. I do coaching calls every single day with finance managers. But I get them hooked up on Dealer F&I University after I analyze their process, their presentation, analyze their production, see the growth potential, and show them how I can impact it. And then we put a plan of action in place that includes Dealer F&I University.
And while they do that, for like almost no money, we could also take care of their salespeople.
We can take care of the sales, absolutely.
We could take with Cardone on demand.
Correct.
Okay. We could take care of your sales management, provide them with leadership training from Dave Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Like people need leadership.
I understand.
We can get a motivational training from my boy Michael Burt. Like we have this thing set up now where you guys, if you don't want Grant Cardone, no problem, right? We can start providing the dealership with service, service support.
It's becoming the end all be all.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. It's becoming the one stop. I can get.
So the dealer says, okay, man, this is going to cost me what, $1,000, $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month,
$700.
Okay. So $700, I'll throw the $700 away. It costs me $8,000 a year.
Yeah.
I need $80 a car. $80 to pay for this twice.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to get out of the interview with you right now and go call some car dealers and say, hey, buy this deal.
Yeah. It really
that's stupid.
You'd be surprised.
Now, if I say, hey, Shaka, I need you to come see me every quarter, would you come visit me?
I would come visit you. We'd have to put something together, but definitely, I would definitely.
The answer is yes, man.
Absolutely.
You don't need to add the whole thing about we got to put something together, man.
Definitely. I do now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, look. Where do they find it? Cardone on demand. They go to dealer finance insurance.
So you can find us a couple of different places. Cardone on demand, obviously, with my man Grant Cardone.
Or not. It's all good if you don't want to do it. You just want to buy it from just get the product from him.
And then you can go to www.dealerfiuniversity.com.
Man, you ain't got to say www. You got to cut that out of there. I can't make this man look like that. Okay. You don't need to say the www anymore.
Just say okay.
But let's just talk about this, dude. Where do we want people going in this interview? I don't want to go in two places.
Dealer F&I University.
You're on my platform.
I'm on your platform.
Can they buy it separately?
They can buy it separately.
Call Jared in here, okay? Yeah, let's just send them to one place.
Okay.
We don't want to go two places.
Okay.
They'll get confused. You tell people to go two places, they're fucked up.
Cardone on demand.
Boom, they're gone. Okay. Dude, my guys ought to be selling the shit out of this.
They're doing well with it.
Are we selling it separate though?
I don't know if they're selling it separate.
We should be selling it separate. That concerns me. We should be selling it separate. We should be just selling this.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Yes.
You can end the Facebook here.
Okay.
Hey, you guys, thank you for watching. Shaka Dyson. You can find him online on Facebook. Where?
Shaka Dyson on Facebook, at Shaka Dyson on Twitter.